David, what's up, dude?
What's going on?
Hey, man. Good to see you.
I'm super nervous, but good to see you too.
How can we help?
You guys were hitting it pretty good. I wanted to go down the rabbit hole. Whoever just made that comment on YouTube, I think that's wrong. I think that everything stems from your mindset. I think you can only get to as far as your mindset will let you go. And you really have to break that block to get to the next level.
That's right.
And that's why I said I wanted to go down the rabbit hole. Sometimes I feel like I just hit these walls, and it stems from probably my childhood, where I feel like I'm just maybe not good enough.
So a couple things. First of all, are you in a cop car?
What's that?
Are you in a cop car?
I am. I'm in the front though.
What did you do?
I'm in the front.
So, David, tell me what you're trying to accomplish and where you're getting stuck.
So what I'm trying to accomplish is, right now, currently, I'm a police officer, but at the same time, I'm an Amazon seller. But I really, I want to build a brand, which is why I joined the 1%. I want to build a brand, specifically a food company. And I want to serve, that market and my people. But, like I have all those feelings of, is it going to work? Am I good enough? Will my product be good enough? And I really just, I guess you'll never know until you try it, but those feelings are pretty scary.
So, Nick, how would you address it?
Sure. So two big things came to mind. So
Whoa. David, when you're not talking, would you mute yourself with really bad feedback on your side?
Okay, it's probably because I have it through the radio.
It's 100% it. Yes. All right, Nick. Sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Are we good?
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So one thing you said was what if it doesn't work? Okay. So if in that project, could you do that project just for the fun of the project, for the pleasure of the project? Not do it because of any potential outcome, but simply do the business, run the business for the joy of the experience and running the business itself. So that's one thing that comes to mind. Second, around the not good enough, can I ask you that question? So, what must I believe is true to feel like I'm not good enough? When you ask that question, does anything pop in your head? What's the very first thing that pops in your head when I ask that question?
What must I feel is true?
Yeah. So you said for you the dominant emotion is like not good enough, right?
Right.
Yeah. So what must I believe is true to feel like I'm not good enough?
I guess just looking for my parents' love when I was a child.
Okay. And just because, so were your parents the planetary authority on who is or who isn't good enough?
Yes.
Okay. And why do you believe they were that authority? So if they say you're not good enough, but Ryan says you are, if I say you are, if every person on this call says you are, who wins out? Your parents or all of us other entrepreneur type people?
I think it should be everybody else.
Yeah. Just because your parents couldn't see it, just because you can't see it, doesn't mean that it's true. I know you're good enough just by being you, right? You obviously care about helping people, being a police officer, right?
Yes, I do.
Isn't that an indicator of being good enough?
Yeah.
Good. So how does it feel now?
Feels pretty good.
Good. So can you just take a nice deep breath and just let that in? And your parents not being able to express your good enoughness to you isn't because you're not good enough. It's because their own fears of being vulnerable, their own insecurities. Maybe they believe they needed to be hard on you to push you further, right? Their perspective of you and the way they treated you is not an indication of you and who you are. It's simply an indication of their own belief systems.
Okay.
Make sense?
Makes sense.
And with where you want to be in your business, there's somebody that's there now that was once in your shoes. And if they were able to find their way there, you can too. I mean, you're in the right place to do that right now by being on this call, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're totally on the path. All you need to do is relax into it more, keep approaching it from the energy of pleasure and fun and excitement, and just do it because it excites you for no other reason.
All right.
Awesome. How does that feel?
That feels good.
Awesome.
David,
Feels good. Give me some confidence.
now, David, let me give you some more confidence from the business side of this. So you came in saying like, I'm afraid it's not going to work. I'm afraid, like, what if my idea fails? But I really just want to like serve this group. Would you tell me a little bit more about that?
So me, myself personally, I'm very big on, eating a specific way. And I feel like there's a small amount of products that serve this market and not a wide variety. So I know what I would want. And, I want to see other people be able to enjoy that as well.
So, David, I'm going to quiz you to see how closely you follow my content. Are you ready?
Okay.
What is the physical products brand that I'm actively working on right now?
Fit Flower?
Yeah. Okay. You follow pretty closely. I've mentioned that a couple times, but I've got one that is a food company for police officers.
Really? Very interesting. I don't know.
Right. So the reason I'm telling you that is because like what you're a police officer who wants to do a food company, wondering if the idea is going to work and if it's good enough. And you come to me for business advice and I'm telling you, yeah, it's a damn good business. Right. And,
all right.
and the fact is it's what you want, which makes it good enough.
Okay.
And can I add something really quick?
Ooh.
What you just shared about your business, how it was going to help other people, you could tell you were speaking from your heart there. That's your opt-in video.
All right. That whole part is new to me. Like I was saying earlier, I sell on Amazon, but I do like a wholesale business model, and I sell all food. And I've been having this burning desire to just start my own brand, and have a community. And so that's why I came here.
Sounds like
so.
Sounds like you're right on the path.
All right. Well, this
Cool.
was fun.
Good. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, David. It's good to meet you.
Thanks, Ryan. Good to meet you. Nick,
All right.
Good to meet you.
Pleasure.
Take care, Dave.